who's going to tell us about the project he's been doing. So thank you very much, Fabio.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. I'm Fabio Di Guiseppe. I'm the Packaging Innovation Manager of the Loacker company. It's a food company that realized wafer. So we are going into a sweet area. Since 3 years, I work on a project that is strategic for the company related to avoid labels and inline customize their product. Loacker have 2 production seats. One in Italy, it's in the north of Italy, next to Bolzano, and one is in Austria, in Heimfeld, realizing product that it's based wafer with chocolate, without chocolate, sensible product that need packaging with cold seal inside, for example, the primary one, that make our life more complicated for the inline customization. We have 1,300 employees on 2 production seats, just to give you some ideas what we realize, and we are export in 130 different countries. The top 5 are Italy, Saudi, US, Israel, and China. And here to give you more information, how much is the complexity of this company to have SKU, to have foils, primary packaging, secondary packaging that need to have on their material information for these different countries, like ingredients, allergen, nutritional labels, and so on. But before, I will show you a little video to make you curious. Perfect. The topic is inline customization. So what is inline customization meaning for Loacker company? Is to have a solution, a printing solution that we can install on our production line before the product will wrap it. We saw on the market there's other big players that today realize something that is very similar, realizing on their own part, the pre-printing part by their converter, and after finalize the information directly on production line. Just to give you an idea, the gap is different comparing to the big player, comparing Loacker to the big player, because we are going to write on our packaging sensible information like nutritional values, nutritional allergen, ingredients, and it needs to be readable for sure, but it needs to the adhesion needs to be there during all the time of the shelf life of the product, and this is 18 months. When we are going to talk about information like this that are very familiar, it means European language, we can see if there is some letter that while going to be missed on the pack, we can just understand that it's what it means as information, but we are selling also in other countries, like Arabian one, like China, and so on. And if there are some dots missing, it could be that these dots are important information for our clients, and we need to avoid risk that safety will be compromised. When I started the project 3 years ago, when I arrived at the Loacker, I get the project that nobody would get it before, because they started 10 years ago with try and fail and so on. A very tricky project. I started to understand what had happened. What are the pain points in the company? analyzing data and going to understand how much product are sticked today with our labels. We are arriving to analyze that our 60% of our product order are labeled. Just to give you more ideas about the complexity, we have 3,000 different labels that we use today. We have person that take care of the labels and for each order, take the labels and put it next to the production line and take it back. More about to be more eco-friendly, environmental friendly, we have 200 million tons of labels per year that we are using, and with the cost of very high. But not only the cost that we are going to buy the materials, we are going also to destroy these materials because something changed. Regulation changed, our customer needs to add more information on the pack, and so on. So what is the goal of this project is to be more responsible, to reduce the waste, to reduce the packaging materials. We need to reduce and going in direction to redesign the packaging. It means going to avoid labels. It's a reduction of one part of the packaging materials, but thinking about the SKU they are behind. If we can have, for example, one foil and have some samples here, for example, pre-printed part that we can print by our converter today that have elements that are not changing, for example, the logos or the picture, we can use this foil for different countries and personalize in line with the technology, having that we are going to avoid the labels. So we need to be more flexible because we cannot wait of 3-4 months of our converter to change some information on our packaging materials. We are not competitive on the market in that way. We need to reduce the waste. We need to reduce the transport and also the warehouse managing. And here is also another point very important. Today, we are just buying the labels. Okay, the responsibility, if the all information on the pack, on these labels is not from the side of the company that's going to buy it, like Loacker, but for our converter. Tomorrow, it's Loacker that go to print elements on the packaging. So we need also to check if all the information that we are going to put on our pack are there. And this reason in this project, it is important to have also a quality check. We need to print, we need to control with the camera vision if all the information on the pack. This is very important. We cannot do everything alone. We are just expert in wafer production. I'm expert in packaging, okay? But I need person that can collaborate with us. And person that can join the team for sure, and they started to join it, like external laboratory that work not only for the migration test. Here we are going to, in direction, we need also to understand how inks regulation change in the future. We need a consultant that can help us and say, take care, Swiss ordinance are changed, take care, German ink are changed, some everything, other information that could change in the future, we need to be updated. For sure, we have the provider of solution, which person realized the machine, for sure. The ink, and here, very important, I struggled a lot in the first part to find ink supplier that are able to realize ink that is going to have a good adhesion on our materials. Packaging provider for sure, okay, and as I mentioned, technical support. So a team that can help the project because it's a very strategic project, but it's very complicated. We are one of the first company that are going to print directly on the materials, like primary packaging that have cold seal inside. and going to print sensible information, like I mentioned it before. It started 3 years ago, the project, starting from a technology scouting, starting to create a team, to find partners, to laboratory phase on the primary packaging, on the secondary packaging, because in the food company is quite the usage to buy materials not related to what it can afford, but most closely how it costs. It's cheaper. We are going with Flexo. It's cheaper. We are going with Rotocalco. Why we need to think all the way around. Here, what I achieved, and I can show you some samples, passing from this beautiful layout with the nice labeling of something that is more and more smarter. I will just give it, you can show it after here directly. I achieved that, I can, yeah, I have time, I have a lot of time. I was very speed, no? Yeah, I can show you. Starting from your side, please keep it around. You have that upstairs and there that you can customize. You can scratch if you like. It works. So I arriving to have analyzing different materials. Just to give you a number, we had 20 different primary packaging materials. It means the composition, the outside layer, or the coating outside was different. Analyzing, arriving to 3 materials that today are able to be printed with the technology, with the inkjet technology. Sure, a surface treatment is needed, but you see the quality. We are able to print Italian language, but also Chinese, Arabian one, and it's in the regulation, so we align with the immigration test, the regulation about the Swiss order, and so on. Another point that I will just mention it here is, okay, now we need we print outside of the packaging. Okay, what had happened during the shelf life? We need to do some shelf life test of the ink. If I go to print today in black, I will let it remain black at the end of the shelf life. This is just another point. Why I'm here today? I'm here today to show to you that a person like me, I'm not special, needs to collect all this information that we are taught since yesterday and to transform it in something that we can apply in a company. And this was an opportunity and also to encourage other food companies to go in this direction. For a collaboration, we need to collaborate. It's not a secret project that I mentioned every day in the company. We need to collaborate with other persons, with other companies, with other providers, and so on to go in this direction because it's the future. So, fine. Just the last one. I get also a European founding. It means that also the European Commission is agree with this kind of direction. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Fabio, just stay there. I'll just double check. Any questions? I know we're not doing questions, but we've just got an extra couple of minutes. So any questions from the floor? Come on, give me a question. One question. Come on. One question, surely. I can't believe there's no questions. You've got a chance to ask a question. Oh, well done. Thank you very much at the back there for putting your hand up. So we have a question for you. Please. Who are you and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Angie Ranaker from Fujifilm Ink Solutions Group.
Fantastic.
My question was on your shelf life of the product. You mentioned 18 months. Is that the shelf life in terms of the design or the actual functionality of the print?
It's just the shelf life of the product. So we are basically about the shelf life of the product. Thank you so much for the question. When I talk about 18 months, it's the shelf life that we need to give to our customer for the product quality. So until today, we didn't talk about the quality of the printing. So this is something new for the food company like Loacker to see how much time with this kind of technology that are going to use in the future, like the inline printing customization, I can respect the shelf life. It could be that during the test, we will see this in the pilot phase, for example, that, okay, I can perhaps use this kind of overprinting on the materials only for 10 months. After 10 months, something changed. It means the chemical compounds that we are going to print and have on our packaging, it's going to degrade. And, okay, they're going just to, the adhesion will be not there, okay, we need to be sure. For this reason, for me, it was important to talk about shelf life of the ink, not on the product. And this is something in the mindset that needs to change in the food company, because food company is very oriented. We need the product needs to be the best one. Packaging is something that, okay, we have it, it's need for the shelf life, but packaging it's very important. I just talked with the owner of the company last week and say, Andreas Loacker, please, you need to change your mindset. It's not only that you realize the product. Product and packaging are going in the same way. So if you are going to realize a future department of innovation, take into account that next to the product, you need also the packaging innovation area.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Fabio. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. Thank you.